So after a ceasefire between the US and Iran was reached yesterday night, today Israel has focused fully on Lebanon. And it's beginning to look like the message that was sent to Iran is now manifesting in Lebanon. Israel is now gradually returning Lebanon to Stone Age. This is even going to be worse than what happened in Gaza. But look at the destruction, the massive destruction. This is even, and again, one other thing is that today, despite the ceasefire, there was a missile attack in Iran, and it was said to, the missile was said to be coming from either Kuwait or UAE. And according to reports, Iran has not retaliated. But when the ceasefire was reached, Iran continued to send ballistic missiles to Israel and to other Gulf nations. In fact, what they did yesterday was like a send forth, like, oh, before we go home, let's try and cause 1 or 2 damages so that everybody can go home with a bleeding nose. That was what Iran did. But this morning, I think Iran too woke up with a bigger bleed. These people. But the worst case now is the fact that Hezbollah is being pounded by Israel right now. In fact, this time around is going to be very worse, because for the fact that Israel is now focusing entirely on Lebanon, I don't think at the end of this that Hezbollah is going to be able to, stand for too long, because now there has been a disconnection between the funding that comes from Iran, because now Iran will be rebuilding their country. Iran will be investing a lot of money to rebuild their country, while Hezbollah is also struggling to pick their pieces. A lot of their infrastructures in Lebanon has been destroyed. All the places where they keep their weapons and many things, many damages have been done. In fact, right now as we speak, Lebanon is bleeding. It's looking like where it is what you can call a war-torn zone. That is what Lebanon looks like right now. So what Israel is trying to do is simple. Terminate every possible proxy that Iran might use to carry out an attack against Israel. Israel is trying to make sure that this war yields a positive result. And the positive result they are targeting is simple. Make sure that there is never going to be an attack against Israel in nearest future. Israel is trying to make sure that even if there is going to be an attack against Israel, it should at least be coming in the next 20 years. Because by the time they are done with all this, I don't think Hamas will, for any reason, think about coming to attack Israel anytime soon after what they've done to them. And then what they are doing to Hezbollah right now is going to make sure that Hezbollah does not also come up tomorrow to carry out an attack. But some people have also said that a lot of the big guys in Hezbollah have been eliminated now, leaving the younger ones. And these younger ones are much more advanced in reasoning and might have they might pursue the course of technology, small drones. The idea that drone has won the war in Iran is one thing that has set a very dangerous precedent in the whole world. Drone is now the new nuclear bomb. That is exactly the reality of this, the reality that has been exposed by the war in Iran. And whether you like it or not, these drones are cheap to make and easy to make as well. They don't require so much technologies to develop, and they can be produced from anywhere, from your backyard, from anywhere. So they are going to be a wide this thing. A lot of people are going to be investing heavily in drones. A lot of Americans are beginning to invest in drones. If you check what is going on in Russia and Ukraine, you see what the role drones are playing. This is to tell you one thing, that war globally has changed. War is no longer going to be about manpower, about troops on ground, boots on ground. War is now going to be about infrastructural damage, systemic breakdown. While the missiles can help you bleed your economy, bleed your resources, because they cause much more damage with a single strike, but they come very expensive. Drones can stress you, drones can distract you, drones can keep you busy, waste your defense systems. So a lot of nations are going to be investing massively in drones. And then you begin to wonder what war will look like in the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, probably people won't be going to war. People will start developing drones that can travel long distance. Iran is definitely going to develop drones that can reach the United States. Iran is definitely going to either build a nuclear weapon or buy one, probably from North Korea. And I've always said this thing. The state at which the US is leaving Iran is simple. Iran is now going to be stronger than ever. Iran is going to be stronger than ever, and they are going to have a nuclear weapon. Actually, Iran is going to have a nuclear weapon, and it might not be taking more than 2 years to do that. They might not have to develop it. They might actually buy them and even test a nuclear weapon. Iran should be testing a nuclear weapon in the next 3 to 5 years. They will be testing a nuclear weapon, either developed in Iran or bought. But they are going to have it. That thing I had always said is going to come to pass. Go and write it down. I said it that if the US leave Iran the way they are, Iran has become a world power. Iran is now a world superpower. They cannot project power. They can project deterrence. They can project threats to global economy. Iran has proven that fact, and the United States could not do anything about it. That is the message that has been passed. Simple and short.